This is your Uncle TreeJam, and I'm bringing you another episode of Mass Effect 2. Last time we left off, we landed on Freedom's Progress to investigate why the colony went dark. Upon arriving, we found the colony deserted save for hacked mechs and a familiar face, tali'zorah Naraya, our former Quarian squad mate during the events of 2183. She and her Quarian team were looking for Veetor, a young Quarian on pilgrimage, and we promptly teamed up to find Veetor and hear his story. Unfortunately, Tali's team rushed ahead and suffered heavy casualties fighting an Emer mech, leaving Shepard's team to face it alone. Fortunately, we managed to take down that Emer mech after a little bit of a prolonged fight, but I believe we're set and ready to go. We've looted the area, and the remainder of Tali's team is over there in that compound, number 25. So it seems she's there nursing injuries, but for the time being, I do want to note that there is another body of an Emer mech here. I'm not quite sure if Tali's team was fighting two Emer mechs, or if they were just fighting one, and Veetor just didn't program this one in time. Not sure which one. But anyway, let's go ahead inside, and we're gonna find Veetor, and he's gonna be in a little bit of a... well, let's go ahead and check on him.
Monsters coming back. Mechs will protect. Safe from swarms. Have to hide. No monsters. No swarms. No.
Veetor?
No Veetor. Not here. Swarms can't find. Monsters coming. Have to hide.
He's in a little bit of a mess. He's a complete neurotic mess. He's delirious. So we're going to try and get his attention somehow and get him to calm down.
Nobody's gonna hurt you anymore.
I don't think he can hear you, Commander.
Have to hide. Mechs will protect.
I thought I got it the first time, but I'm not sure what happened there.
You're human. Where did you hide? How come they didn't find you?
Who didn't find us?
The monsters. The swarms. They took everyone.
But more importantly, we managed to get Veetor's attention. It seems he was a witness to what happened on Freedom's Progress, and he's talking about swarms. Let's find out more about what he saw on Freedom's Progress before we arrived.
We're not survivors, Veetor. We just got here.
You don't know. You didn't see. But I see everything.
Looks like security footage. He must have pieced it together manually.
What the hell is that?
My god. I think it's a collector.
Now we're seeing the face of our enemy in Mass Effect 2. In Mass Effect 2, the Collectors are a race that we're going to be fighting for. The majority of Reaper-controlled enemies will be Collectors. In fact, we will not actually encounter a single Collector ship in this game. Instead, any Reaper activity will happen through the Collectors, and a few times through some Heretic-controlled Geth. The Geth are not as prominent as they were in the first game.
Is that some kind of alien?
They're a species from somewhere beyond the Omega-4 relay. Only a few people have ever seen one in person.
They usually work through intermediaries, like slavers or hired mercenaries. If they're involved with the Reapers somehow, it could explain what happened to the colonies.
The Collectors have advanced technology. They could have a weapon that disables an entire settlement at once.
The Seeker swarms. No one can hide. The Seekers find you. Freeze you. Then the monsters take you away.
Why didn't the Collectors take you?
Swarms didn't find me. Monsters didn't know I was here.
The Collectors aren't known for being careless. Maybe his enviro suit kept him from showing up on their sensors.
Or they were using technology specifically designed to detect humans. Only human colonies have been hit.
I want to know more about the Collectors.
Nobody knows much. They're so rare a lot of people don't even believe they exist.
More importantly, why are they abducting human colonists? What are they after?
Maybe the Illusive Man can figure it out.
Tell me more about these swarms.
It's how they find you. Seeker clouds, machines like tiny insects. They go everywhere. They find you, then they sting you, freeze you.
Sounds like miniature probes, maybe. Find victims, then immobilize them with a stasis field or nerve toxin.
What happened next?
The monsters took the people onto the ship, and then they left. The ship flew away. But they'll be back for me. No one escapes.
I think that's probably all we're getting out of him, Commander.
We appreciate what you told us. You were very helpful.
I studied them. The monsters. The swarms. I recorded them with my Omni tool. Lots of readings. Electromagnetic. Dark energy.
We need to get this data to the Illusive Man. Grab the Quarian and call the shuttle to come pick us up.
What? Veetor is injured. He needs treatment, not an interrogation.
We won't hurt him. We just need to see if he knows anything else. He'll be returned unharmed.
Your people tried to betray us once already. If we give him to you, we'll never get the intel we need.
Praza was an idiot, and he and his men paid for it. You're welcome to take Veetor's Omnitool data, but please, just let me take him.
Now, we're not going to let Veetor go over to Cerberus. He's in a delirious state, and odds are, if he goes to Cerberus, he'll probably end up in an even worse state once the interrogators are done with him. And Cerberus has a pretty bad reputation for Mass Effect 1, and in my personal opinion, I don't think that a delirious Quarian is going to be entirely reliable in giving a accurate and coherent account as to what happened.
You don't have to take Veetor and go. We could work together, just like old times.
I want to, but I can't. I've got a mission of my own. It's too important for me to abandon, even for you. When it's over, and I'm still alive, we'll see what happens.
You also need to take into account that the events of Mass Effect, I believe it's Mass Effect Ascension? Cerberus did not garner much trust with the migrant fleet. I don't think we need to worsen any kind of tensions between the two groups.
That sounds dangerous. What are you doing?
I don't think Cerberus needs to hear about it, but it's in Geth space. That should tell you how important it is.
He's traumatized and he needs medical care. Tali will give us the Omnitool data and take him to the flotilla.
Understood, Commander.
Thank you, Shepard. I'm glad you're still the one giving the orders. Good luck out there. If I find anything that can help you, I'll let you know.
We're ready for pickup.
Shepard, good work on Freedom's progress. The Quarians forwarded their findings from Veetor's debriefing. No new data, but it's a surprising olive branch given our history. You and I have different methods, but I can't argue with your results.
You ever think about playing nice once in a while?
Diplomacy is great when it works, but difficult when everyone already perceives you as a threat. But more importantly, you confirm the Collectors are behind the abductions.
It seems that Cerberus already suspected that the Collectors were responsible, or at the very least the Illusive Man did. But now that we have solid information on that, we can proceed forward, and since we're done with Freedom's progress, we're going to be given a lot more freedom, no pun intended, with regards to how we carry out the rest of our missions and assignments in the game.
Why do I get the feeling you knew about them already?
I had my suspicions, but I needed proof. The Collectors are enigmatic at best. They periodically travel to the Terminus systems, looking to gather seemingly unimportant items or specimens, usually in exchange for their technology. When their transactions are complete, they disappear as quickly as they arrived, back beyond the unmapped Omega-4 relay. Until now, we've had no evidence of direct aggression by the Collectors.
Why is the Omega-4 relay unmapped? What do we know about it?
Only that no ship passing through it has ever returned. Our best guess is that the relay reacts differently to Collector vessels, allowing them safe passage. If they can manipulate relays, that's just further evidence of the connection with the Reapers.
What are the Collectors getting from these deals?
The Collectors aren't very forthcoming about their motives. Generally, they seek out species with rare genetic mutations or abnormalities. They pay slavers and merc groups exorbitant sums to obtain these specimens, and then they leave. But they've never targeted a single species before, And the previous sample sizes were in the dozens, not the tens of thousands.
Any ideas on why they've shifted their focus to humans?
If they're agents for the Reapers, it could be any number of reasons. Obviously, humanity played a huge role in Sovereign's destruction. That might have been enough to draw their attention. What really concerns me is why they bother abducting the colonists. Once the humans are paralyzed, why not just kill them?
You're holding something back. How do you know the Reapers are involved?
The patterns are there, buried in the data. The Council and the Alliance want to believe the Reaper threat died with Sovereign. You and I know better. I won't wait until the Reapers are on the march. We need to take the fight to them.
So it seems the Illusive Man is keeping his information regarding how he knows the Collectors and the Reapers are tied together fairly vague. But for the time being, we're not going to get much more out of him, so let's go ahead and just press on.
If this is a war, I'll need an army, or a really good team.
I've already compiled a list of soldiers, scientists, and mercenaries. You'll get dossiers on the best of them. Finding them and convincing them to work with you could be challenging, but you're a natural leader. I'll continue to track the Collectors. When they make their next appearance, I'll notify you and your team. Be ready.
Keep your list. I want people I trust. The ones who helped me stop Saren and the Geth.
That was 2 years ago, Commander. Most of them have moved on, or their allegiances have changed.
Now we can ask about our Mass Effect 1 squad mates. We have Garrus Vakarian, Kaidan Alenko, Urdnot Rex, tali'zorah Veetor'Nara, and Liara T'Soni. Now, Tali's name will change a little bit here and there, but I know her as tali'zorah Naraya. Let's go ahead and ask about Liara T'Soni. She was our romantic interest from Mass Effect 1, and we just saw Tali on Freedom's Progress, so we'll be asking about these two first.
Where's Liara T'Soni?
She's on Ilium. My sources say that she's working for the Shadow Broker. If so, she can't be trusted.
What about Tali? She already helped us on Freedom's Progress.
That was unexpected. I need more intel before I'll commit to that.
If you remember, Liara T'Soni was the Asari xenoarchaeologist who helped us decipher some of the memories that we got from the Prothean beacon. tali'zorah Naraya we met on the Citadel in Mass Effect 1. She had information regarding Saren's connection to the Geth that attacked Eden Prime. We also have Garrus Vakarian, who is our ex-CSEC operative. He actually supposedly went back to CSEC, but we haven't heard from him since then. He's gone elsewhere. Kaidan Alenko was our human squad mate, the one that we had at the beginning of the game. We also had Jenkins, who we lost on Eden Prime, and Jenkins was later replaced by Ashley Williams, who became a long-standing member of our squad up until the events of Virmire. Unfortunately, we had to sacrifice Ashley. Kaidan was with the SDG team, and so I felt it was appropriate to pick Kaidan up.
Where's Garrus Vakarian?
The Turian disappeared a few months after you were declared dead. Even we haven't been able to locate him.
Where's Kaidan Alenko?
He's still with the Alliance. Promoted, I believe. His file is surprisingly well classified.
And then we have Urdnot Rex, who was a Krogan mercenary who joined our team in Mass Effect 1. I purposefully delayed my recruitment of Rex, just to get the conversation you have with him when you're about to head up to the Normandy's docking bay. But he actually had a fairly interesting background. His father was Jared, and he's actually tried to get the Krogan clans to put aside fighting for a time being so they could focus on rebuilding and repopulating. And unfortunately, that did not end too well for Rex's father. Rex's father did not approve. Rex and his father had a bit of a showdown, and many years later, Rex was serving as a mercenary and decided to go ahead and join our team.
Where's Urdnot Rex?
He returned to Chichanka, and he hasn't gone off-world in over a year. He's trying to unite the Krogan clans.
So it seems that Rex is indeed trying to make a change on Tuchanka. But in any case, I think the message is clear. We're not going to be getting many of our Mass Effect 1 squad mates just yet. We've got a little bit of a waiting period to go through.
Okay, I get it. They're not available.
You're a leader, Shepard. You'll get who you need.
I'm still a Spectre. Maybe I can get the Council to help us out.
If you think you can convince them, by all means. Just remember, you've been gone a long time. Things have changed.
You worry about the collectors. I'll make sure my team's ready.
Good. 2 things before you go. First, head to Omega and find Morden Solus. He's a brilliant Solarian scientist. Our intelligence suggests he may know how to counteract the Collector's paralyzing seeker swarms.
I'm not quite, this response right here is a little bit strange. It does seem a little bit, slightly irrational, but I'm just gonna go ahead and go with it.
I haven't even started and you're telling me what to do?
I'm giving you direction. What you do with it is up to you. I'm sure you'll make the right decision.
Alright. What's the other thing?
I found a pilot I think you might like. I hear he's one of the best. Someone you can trust.
Hey, Commander. Just like old times, huh?
I can't believe it's you, Joker.
Look who's talking. I saw you get spaced.
Got lucky. With a lot of strings attached. How'd you get here?
It all fell apart without you, Commander. Everything you stirred up, the Council just wanted it gone. The team was broken up, record sealed, and I was grounded. The Alliance took away the one thing that mattered to me. Hell yeah, I joined Cerberus.
You really trust the Illusive Man?
Well, I don't trust anyone who makes more than I do. But they aren't all bad. Saved your life, let me fly, and there's this. They only told me last night. It's good to be home, huh, Commander?
I guess we'll have to give her a name.
I hate to be the killjoy commentator right now, but Joker, I gotta wonder, technically Commander Shepard would have had a higher paycheck than you, so yeah, don't know how that works out. Anyway, it seems that for the time being we've been given command of a vessel, very similar to the original Normandy, at least in the outward appearance. Regardless of how things have turned out, one thing is clear, Commander Shepard is back in the saddle. So let's go ahead and take a look at our mission results. We managed to get some Omnitool data from Veetor regarding what happened on Freedom's Progress, and it seems that Cerberus is going to analyze that data for anything useful. We've confirmed the collectors are responsible for the attacks on Freedom's Progress, and they may have a role in the disappearance of other colonies across the Terminus systems. We also got some heavy weapon ammo, 20,000 credits, and a little bit of iridium. So I'd say a job well done. And with that, we can go ahead and head back to the Normandy, and, the second Normandy it seems. And we have just enough time to look around level 2 of the Normandy's deck, but we're going to continue the rest of it next time.
Welcome aboard the new Normandy, Commander.
I've been looking over the dossiers. I'd strongly recommend starting by acquiring Morden Solus, the Solarian professor on Omega. We know the Collectors use some type of advanced technology to immobilize their victims. We'll need him to develop a countermeasure to protect us.
And without that countermeasure, we'll be helpless if we ever run into the Collectors.
Acquiring Professor Solus seems like the most logical place to start.
Who are you?
I am the Normandy's artificial intelligence. The crew like to refer to me as Edie.
Well, this is new. In Mass Effect 1, the SSV Normandy did not have an AI. Here, the Normandy SR2 happens to have an AI named Edie. So, normally I'd choose the Paragon response, but if we choose Renegade response, we can actually hear a little bit of interesting tidbit regarding one of the assignments in the first game.
Shut that thing down. I don't want it on my ship.
Have I offended?
Shepard spent a great deal of time fighting rogue AI. Geth, mostly. Plus that incident with the Alliance's Hannibal system on Luna.
Your distrust is logical, Shepard, unlike the irrational mistrust of most humans. However, I am no threat to you or anyone else. I observe and offer analysis and advice. Nothing more.
If you've gone through UNC Rogue VI, you remember that particular mission took place on Earth's moon, Luna. We had to shut down a VI on a Alliance training facility that had gone rogue, and it seemed that it was somehow reaching sentience. We're going to be touching on this a little bit later in Mass Effect 3 regarding Edie. A little bit of a spoiler, but that's a little taste of things to come.
I'm guessing it takes more than just the three of us plus Joker to fly this ship?
The Normandy has a full crew. They're at their stations awaiting your orders.
Final preparations for takeoff are complete, Commander. When you're ready to go, just pick a destination from the galaxy map in the CIC and I'll plot a course.
Jacob and I should return to our posts. Come find us if you have any questions.
So now we can take a look at a few key areas around the Normandy. We're not going to get to all the areas in this vid. I'm going to have to cut this vid a little bit sooner than I'd like. But we will take a look around the second level deck, which is where we have the CIC and Joker's, where Joker's stationed in the cockpit. But that's about it. I should say bridge instead of cockpit since we're on a frigate, but oh well. But unlike Mass Effect 1, we're going to have a pretty fancy captain's quarters in this game. Mass Effect 1's captain's quarters, we didn't really do much with it. Apart from have our relationship with Ullyatt to Sony reach fruition. And for some reason my cursor is trailing outside the game window. I'm actually playing this game in windowed mode. And here we have another character, Kelly Chambers. She's going to be our yeoman for the second game, and we'll be meeting her again in Mass Effect 3. But let's go ahead and take a look at our emails real quick. We actually have a message from Counselor Anderson, who is now part of, who is now the Human Counselor for Humanity, since we've chosen Anderson instead of Udina. We actually have a message from him telling us to come to the Citadel, and we can actually reinstate our Spectre status. We also have a couple of DLC characters. We have Zaid Masani, a veteran bounty hunter. We also have Kasumi Goto, a master thief and very skilled infiltrator. Other than that, we also have the Firewalker DLC, which is basically the game's way of, or BioWare's way of giving us some vehicle-centric exploration missions. Well, assignments, really. We also have a crash site for the SSV Normandy on the planet of Cara, some armors and weapons. We can keep going through this. We have an email regarding Project Overlord, which is a DLC, a pretty nice DLC content for the second game. And there we go. Just gonna go ahead and mark all of them as read. I'm not gonna spend my time reading all these messages. Just wanna skim through them for now. And there we go. We got a few assignments and stuff to do. Let's go and talk to Kelly real quick, and let's see, actually, wait a second. Before we do that, we have certain areas where we can talk to Edie about different areas of the ship, so let's talk to Edie right now.
What's this area of the ship?
This is the Combat Information Center. Here, the crew receives sensor data and coordinates gunnery and damage control efforts. While Normandy is flown from the bridge, during combat, the commanding officer issues orders from the CIC.
Alright, and we're going to talk to Kelly real quick, and I don't know if we're going to get to Joker in this episode, but we'll see.
I'm Yeoman Kelly Chambers. I've been assigned as your administrative assistant. I'll manage your messages and help you monitor the crew. And I must say, it's such an honor to work under you, Commander Shepard.
I'm glad to have you on the team, Miss Chambers.
Please, call me Kelly.
Okay, Kelly.
Anything else?
Is there anything I should know?
Joker would like to speak to you on the bridge. Anything else, Commander?
Do you have a moment to talk?
I always have time for you, Commander.
What are your responsibilities?
I'll keep you notified of any messages or appointments you might have. If any of the crew has important business to discuss, I'll make sure you know.
Isn't that the type of task better suited for a VI?
Yes, but being your yeoman is just my official role. Unofficially, I observe the crew. Everyone knows how risky our mission is. Many of us may not be coming back. That's a lot of pressure. I have a degree in psychology. I'm good at sensing when people are overly taxed.
You make sure the crew's mental health is sound.
Yes. I look for warning signs. I listen. It's not a full-time job, and it's most effective when done informally.
We're lucky to have someone with your skills, Kelly.
Thank you, Shepard. What else would you like to know?
This organization has a dark reputation. Do you have any concerns working for them?
Not at all. Our methods can be harsh, but Cerberus has noble objectives. We look out for human interests. Advance human technology, save human lives. They're good goals.
It sounds like Cerberus wants to dominate all aliens and put humankind on top.
Cerberus looks out for humanity, but that doesn't mean we hate aliens. My sister started a dog shelter, but she loved cats too. I love humanity. I also love Asari, Quarian, Turian, Solarian, Hanar. That isn't in conflict with Cerberus ideals.
That's a very positive attitude.
What can I say? I'm a people person. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
How do you feel about being assigned to the Normandy?
I was handpicked by the Illusive Man to help fight the greatest threat known to humanity. How do I feel? Honored, exhilarated, terrified. But mostly I feel encouraged. Under your leadership, we can't fail.
Don't worry. We'll defeat the Collectors.
I trust you implicitly. The moment I met you, I knew I could close my eyes, fall back, and you'd be there.
Your trust is well placed, Kelly.
I knew it would be. Thank you, Shepard. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
I better go.
Okay. Maybe we'll talk later.
Alright. And I want to finish up most of the dialogue in this level of the ship, but I do have to go ahead and run. So, I actually have to take off. Let me go ahead and look around real quick, and like in the first game, you can go around and hit up areas of interest and get a little bit of a codex entry. And a note on the codex entries, last time for Mass Effect 1 in my Let's Play, I actually did codex entries over the course of the Let's Play. I'm going to be doing it a bit differently in this game. For this game, I'm thinking it might be best to go ahead and go through all the codex entries once the Let's Play is complete. So, yeah, I'm thinking it might be the best way to just cover them all at once, and then I can work on a very long episode. It's going to take a while, but we'll get there. But yeah, codex entries will come after this Let's Play has been fully fleshed out. But I'm going to go ahead and make a save up here, and we need to talk to Joker and see how he's fared in the 2 years since we rescued him
from compensators, decimal 1-2.
From the Normandy some of the SSV Normandy, excuse me. See how life has been treating him since. But I believe it's time for us to call it quits. I'm going to take off, and next time we pick up, we're going to be debriefing with the rest of our crew and just looking around the Normandy, seeing what's different about this ship. And we're going to see some new faces, and maybe one or two old ones. But until then, I want to bid you guys farewell. This is GreatTreeJam. I want to wish you guys a happy day, night, evening, afternoon, wherever you may be in this universe or the next. Excuse me. Anyway, let me go ahead and just head out. So, stay safe, stay tuned.